Morning, everyone. My name is Jeremy C. Magnano, and this discussion is all about factors affecting land valuation. And this is still under the chapter 10, which is inspection and appraisal. So inspection and appraisal involve evaluating the value of assets. So these assets include the land, the motor vehicles, the equipment, and stocks. So these assets is we will discuss one by one in order for us to know how to evaluate these assets and pila na lang ilahang value after appraising. So assets is used in buying, selling, loans, and investments. And assets also determines the fair market value based on several factors. So the importance of appraisal helps determine the accurate asset value. So dili pwede mo takataka lang ka na maingon na mo na siya ang value ka ng asset karon. Ensures fairness in transactions, it reduces financial risk and fraud, it supports businesses and banking decisions, and it used as basis for loan collateral. So kaning assets pwede na siya i-collateral. So land valuation. So let us define what is land valuation. It refers to the process of determining the fair market value of a parcel of land based on different physical, economic, and locational factors. So dili ang imuhang sa pag evaluate sa land, dili pwede na namingon kag ang kaning imong land is example nakuha nimo siya for 1 million. Dili pwede na maingon ka na ang fair market value niya is 2 million in the next year. Dili siya pwede because mag-base dapat ka sa physical condition sa land, sa economic factor, and also locational factor. So in the Philippines, it follows the market value principle, the highest and best use, comparative market analysis. So land valuation, factor 1 is size and accessibility. So size and shape. So in residential land, more valuable residential land is if above 200 square meters, and shape is should be square or rectangle because this is preferred sa mga sa appraisor. So in commercial lots, so around 300 square meter or more, and should match the surrounding business area. And larger lots is 1,000 square meter plus are more valuable if developed properly. So ang larger lots is darian na tong mga pwede sa like pwede nga dako na ang itukod gani ana. So, accessibility. Factor 1, accessibility. So, corner lots are more valuable, meaning, if ang imuhang lote is naa sa corner, like, let's say, kanit dalan ni siya, tapos kanit dalan. So, yung imuhang land nimo is naa diri. So, mas dako siyang value kay naaman siya visibility. And also, napon siya better access for usability. And again, it supports the principle of highest and best use. So location, factor 2 is location. So most important factor in land valuation because dili man pwede na ang mahal imuhang land tapos ang location is naa sa rural areas or kanang dili siya or ang layo gani siya sa need nimo nga adtuan everyday. Like let's say for example, taas ang value sa land if ang location niya is dool siya sa main roads, and also if ang land is dool sa school as well as the hospital in case of an emergency. And then of course high value po siya if ang imuhang land is around market area lang and business centers kay syempre dira mo gyud ta mamalit og mga food tapos especially ang transportation nato importante jud na siya. And accessibility increases land demand and value. So, sa akong giingon na urban areas has higher land value. Example, Metro Manila. Kasi syempre, ang Metro Manila is a big city. So, naadra tanan mga if ang land nimo is na around Metro Manila lang. So, high value siya is of course doon man siya sa mga need na to adtuan like everyday, most of the day ana. And rural areas has a lower land value. Reasons for that is and yes, population density. Daghan ba og tao, gamay ba og tao, like um and then economic activity and also availability of infrastructure. Kung doon lang ba sa market, doon lang ba sa business center, doon lang ba sa school, sa hospitals, sa transportation, ano. So land valuation factor 3 is development potential. So development potential is very important for land para ma-develop pa ang land um based sa iyahang value ana. So residential land may increase in value if i-convert siya sa commercial use. Diba, ang residential lot is around 200 square meters and above, and then commercial use is 300 square meters and above, something ana. Tapos, mas mataas iyang value if ang lot is pwede siya ma-convert into something na kanang maka-increase pa sa value niya in the long run. Next, the next inspection and appraisal is the appraisal of chattels. So what is chattels? So to chattels, it refers to movable personal properties. Ako ang example karon na i-dig deeper na to is motor vehicles and equipment. But there are also some example other than these two. Other example is furniture, machinery, siya ang other examples of movable personal properties. So, chattel appraisal is the process of determining fair market value of these properties based Japon siya sa conditions sa properties, sa usability, and of course, ang market demand sa isa ka properties. So, motor vehicles appraisals of chattels. So, for motor vehicles is the most complex chattels na i-evaluate or i-appraise because of daghan siya kailangan nimo i-consider in order for you na mabaligya nimo ang imuhang motor vehicle. Because pag naay mali sa isa ka motor vehicle, maka-affect siya sa tibuok ang motor nimo. So magdepende siya sa performance, sa safety, and of course the overall value. So, core principles of appraisal. So this is guided by this. So first is physical condition, actual state of the vehicle. So unsay naong sa vehicle karon, okay ba ang vehicle karon, like kanang wala ba siya taya wala ba siya taya, iyang paint okay ba na. Ang functionality is ability to operate safely. So, wala ba problem sa, sa engine, sa engine sa motor vehicle para safe ang mag-test or safe ang palit sa motor vehicle nimo. And then market value, price in a normal transaction. So, and ano is risk assessment. So, presence of defects or legal issues. So, ang appraisers must identify risk such as naabay hidden defects, naabay legal concerns such as wala na bayad og taxes, and also questionable ba ang pagpalit sa motor, and also the safety issues pod sa motor vehicle. So the inspection process, must be done in actual physical inspection. So dili pwede na mag-video lang pag mag-inspect og motor vehicle. So dili pwede kay kailangan nimo i-examine, kailangan i-examine sa appraiser ang exterior, interior, and mechanical parts in order for the buyer nga naa siya assurance na reliable and accurate ang pag-evaluate sa motor vehicle. So market value principle, so based on market value, fair market value, meaning price a willing buyer would pay a willing seller under normal conditions. So these factors affecting value is the brand and model, the age and mileage, and the demand in the market, and condition and history. So mo na siya ang upat ka affecting value sa isa ka motor vehicle in according to market value principle. So functionality and road worthiness. So the value depends on ability to operate safely. If mag-test na ang isa ka appraiser, okay ba ang dagan sa motor, smooth ba, mo na siya ang tan-awon sa appraiser. And then if okay ang dagan sa motor, higher value siya. But if dugay siya maandar, tapos hina to siya modagan, hina pagkaman, walay brake, hina dili mo gana dili mo gana ang laing part sa motor, lower value din siya, of course. And then, syempre, of course, safety is a major consideration when buying motor vehicles. Kay, syempre, kailangan na ang imong paliton ng motor is safety ka o ang imong angkas. So, road testing. So, diri na mag-road testing. It is essential, again, for detecting hidden issues. Like, itest sa ang motor if wala by ang motor, like something problem na ginatago lang sa seller, So, conducted on different road conditions. Okay. So, in conducting different road conditions, so kailangan ang appraiser is itas nila on bad road as well as good roads para ma-identify jud ang ano niya ba ang ang acceleration, ang braking, ang steering, ang suspension, and noise and vibration. Okay. So, ang common practice para mag-road testing is na isa mag-drive, na isa na man-man or kanang mag-observe sa performance sa isa ka vehicle para mabalo jud ba na kanang accurate and kanang okay ang motor vehicle. Okay, so risk and legal verification. So risk and legal verification is dili ay identify ang risk. Again, hidden defects, safety concerns, and legal issues. So, mo na siya ang risk jud sa isa ka motor vehicles. And remember that um, appraisal is not purely technical ha. It also involves the legal verifications such as kaning registration papers, kaning ownership records in order for the appraiser to know na nag-comply ka with the nag-comply ka with these documents. And of course, syempre, failure to verify legal status or submit documents is gamay ang valuation or na siya error ang pag-evaluate sa isa ka motor vehicles and as well as napud kay legal liability. Kaya wala man nimo gi-comply ang need i-comply bago ka magbaligya og motor vehicle. So mao ni siya ang government agencies in the Philippines na um compliant nimo og documents, which is the Land Transportation Office or LTO that verifies registration and ownership. So need nimo og certificate sa LTO na na-register nimo na ang vehicle and ikaw jud ang owner mismo sa vehicle para mabaligya nimo ang motor vehicles as well as paliton siya sa buyer. So Bureau of Customs, BOC. It confirms taxes on imported vehicles. So, mo na ni siya. Ang imported vehicle is, diri nimo i-verify if local assembled or imported ba ang imuhang vehicle. So, for foreign assembled vehicles, the appraiser must ensure that all duties and other taxes have been fully paid. So fully paid na dapat ang imuhang taxes if imported ang imuhang vehicles. Para makabalo pud ang ang buyer na settle na ang kanina vehicle. And of course, syempre, provide mo ang official receipt na okay na settle na para maka-ensure of legal compliance and accurate valuation. Equipment. So kaning appraisal of heavy equipment is same lang yapon siya sa motor vehicle but need niya og more technical and document-based approach because machinery is highly specialized. So need siya for commonly used in construction, industrial operation, logistics, and manufacturing. So very crucial siya in appraising heavy equipments. So again, it is highly specialized and capital intensive. So the example is excavators, bulldozers, forklifts, generators. So ang value sa heavy equipment depends on its performance, its condition, its usage, and documentation as well. Same lang yapon siya sa motor vehicles, but most complex siya. Kaya syempre, heavy equipment naman good. So key factors in appraisal of heavy equipment. So first is type and model of equipment. Second, identity verification. Third is supporting documents. Fourth, physical condition and performance. 5, usage. And 6, market value and depreciation. So first, and type and model. So this is where refers to a brand and classification of equipment. Same atong bulldozer ba siya, forklift ba siya, so to, generator or excavators. So, para ma-determine ang performance sa isa ka equipment, and durability niya, and reliability niya, and as well as if naay kulang nga parts sa isa ka equipment, dali ra ba siya pangitaon. And also the depreciation rate. So, older models may have lower value due to obsolescence. So, what is obsolescence? It's the meaning of that is outdated na ba ang equipment, so lower value na lang siya. Second is identity verification. It confirms that equipment matches official records. So, ang record ba sa papel is falso ang brand. So, dapat ang equipment pod is falso pod ang brand. So, i-check nimo ang brand name, ang engine or motor number, ang serial number, ang capacity or horsepower sa isa ka equipment. So, this identify and compare sa certificate of ownership nga i-provide sa owner. Para ang kani mong pag-identify mong nimo ang identity sa isa ka equipment, maka-prevent siya of fraud, maka-prevent siya of misrepresentation sa isa ka equipment, or maka-prevent po siya of substitution sa equipment, or missing identification sa isa ka equipment. Pagtanam mo mahitabo ng ingon ana, pag mahitabo ng ingon ana, maka-cause siya og a loss pag value sa heavy equipment. So third is document verification. So very, very important ang document verification in terms of this appraisal kay syempre legality and ownership same as motor vehicles na if ikaw ba yun ang owner, if legal ba nimo ipalit ang equipment. So, para masuportahan nimo nga ikaw gyud ang owner ana, kailangan nimo mag-present og documents syempre. So, unsa nga mga documents ang need nimo i-present? Which first is sales invoice. So, diri nga mapakita napalit nimo ang resibo nga napalit nimo ang ikaw jud ang nagpalit or napalit nimo ang isa ka equipment, and letter of credit or consular invoice if imported ang heavy equipment. So, third is deed of assignment or transfer of ownership to another party. So, appraisers must verify authenticity because improperly executed na pag-transfer is ma-invalidate ang collateral claims. So, fourth is physical condition and performance. So, actual condition must be inspected and tested, same as motor vehicles, and equipment is evaluated during operation, same sa gibuhat sa motor vehicles nga gitest nila ang motor vehicle. So, the example, excavator tested while digging. So, ang factors na considered while doing the inspection is of course the mechanical performance, the efficiency, the wear and tear, and the directly affects depreciation and value. Okay. So fifth is usage and equipment. So what is the purpose of the machine and intensity of use? If intensity of use, if strong ba ang equipment while doing this inspection. So heavily used equipment is faster depreciation siya, but lower a faster depreciation and lower value. But if dili kayo ginagamit na equipment, higher resale value siya. The sixth is valuation method. So the first hand value method, so dili based na siya sa original purchase price. Ang less depreciation equals appraised value. So ang loan value is around 50% of appraised value man. Para ma-manage ang risk The second hand market method is diri based on current market prices. So it uses comparable equipment sales, loan value also around 50%. So what is the difference of the two? So ang first hand value method, pag-value is based siya sa original purchase price. Let's say, napalit niyo ang equipment for 1 million. So, dira ka mag-base na 1 million original purchase price. And a second-hand market method based on current market prices. So, let's say, 1 million nimo siya na-purchase. But, on current market, ang price na lang niya is 800,000 pesos. So, dira ka mag-base in valuating heavy equipment. So, diri sa duha ka mag-base pag mag-valuation ka. So, the role of experts. So, syempre, ang role sa experts naman dyan na sila responsibility and kailangan nila bahaton. So, appraisers may consult ang engineers, evaluation specialists para makabalupod ang appraisers and as well as ang experts na inani ay ang value na mana ang appraiser na kanang pwede magpa-value ko aning land, kaning motor vehicle na ko, kaning heavy equipment na ko. So ang valuation specialist maingon na siya na mao ni imong ang value aning lancer, mao ni ang value sa land ay mo na yung value sa land, mo na yung value sa motor vehicle, mo na yung value sa heavy equipment. So, muna siya ang role sa experts. Important for complex machinery, technical accuracy, and ensures reliable and professional appraisal. So, dapat dili chuputyo imong baon na experts when evaluating your assets. Kay syempre, if ang putyo-putyo po mong baon, ang value po sa imong assets is dili tugma sa actual value yun sa imong assets on the current. Okay, so we are down to last appraisal, which is shares of stocks. So shares of stock it represents ownership in a corporation. So it commonly used as collateral in banking and lending. So valuation niya is focuses on the company performance, the financial strength, as well as the market positions. So not just the certificate, but the overall company rule. So appraising shares of stock is closely linked siya sa evaluating the company's overall value, profitability, and market standing. So there are two types of stocks, two primary types of stocks, which is common stock and preferred stock. So ang common stock is ownership with voting rights. Dividends are not fixed and paid last during liquidations. So in preferred stock, priority in dividends, asset distribution, and more stable and less risky. So in pricing shares of stock, ay need nila tan-awon ang type of stock na imuhang own, if common ba siya, if prefer ba siya, so that ang buyer or ang ang mag-value sa imuhang stock is um naa ba siya'y advantage. So classification of stocks based on how they are treated, traded, and perceived in the market. So first is listed stock. So it is traded in public exchanges like the Philippine Stock Exchange. Prices are visible and updated and easier to value. Second is unlisted stocks, privately traded or over-the-counter, no public pricing and valuation based on financial data. So ang stock is magdepende po siya sa iyahang stand sa isa ka when appraising sa ano. So need tan-awon if ang stock ba nimo is listed or unlisted. So third is prime stocks and speculative stocks. So in prime stocks, from strong, stable companies like consistent ilang earnings and ang dividends nila, high liquidity siya but low risk. Tanawan po na sa appraiser if mao ba na ang imuhang share of stocks. Fourth is speculative stock from unstable or emerging companies, high price fluctuations, and higher risk, higher potential return. So speculative stocks is from companies with uncertain or unstable operations. So naa siya higher risk kay nana man ang ilahang stocks. So evaluate pud na sa appraiser if mo ba na ang imong stocks. So in conclusion, accurate and systematic asset valuation is essential in granting credit as different assets are influenced by specific factors such as location, condition, and market performance. Appraisal involves not only technical evaluation but also legal verification, market analysis, and risk assessment. It plays a crucial role in real-life decisions by helping prevent financial losses and ensuring fair and secure transactions. So ang kaning factors ay ang kaning inspection and appraisal under factors affecting land valuation, appraisals of chattels, motor vehicles and heavy equipment, and shares of stock is very important in granting credit kay different value, different factors and consider when mag-evaluate ka og assets. So syempre kailangan nimo mag-comply og mga need i-comply bago ka makabaligya sa imong assets. Kaya syempre tan-awon man na if accurate pa, if um okay ba ka tagaan og credit by giving those assets as collateral, sumo siya ang tan-awon sa mga appraisers or sa mga mupalit sa imuhang assets. So that concludes my report for factors affecting land evaluation, appraisals of chattels, motor vehicles, and heavy equipment, as well as shares of stock. So thank you for listening, everyone.